They said life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know
Mm.
just what I'm made of. I know just what I'm made of. I know just what I'm made of. Whew. I don't really even know anymore. I thought I did. Take a moment and thank everybody that makes this possible. Real quick, and just say thank you. But most importantly, say thank you, God, for life. Thank you, God, for humbling me and keeping me and my family as you've always done, even sometimes when I forget to understand that you've been doing that. Today I'm reaching out in a different way. I got my co-host with me, Annika Valet Cole.
I'm listening, sister. I'm right here.
I got her right beside me. I told you I didn't care what side, but she was on my side. I don't even think she knew that we was gonna be together today in this way, and we both kind of got some things going on. But I got some things going on, and I the best way I can deal with it is to talk about it. What's funny is we've been talking about COVID-19 and pretty much every show, have we not, Annika? Pretty much every show.
Certainly every show I've been on with you, it is, changed our way of life.
Mm,
Immediately, it is devastating. I mean, whoo! Our children, the children are now being affected and impacted. They're not sure about these school districts now. I mean, everybody needs to pay attention because this is about everybody. This is about humanity. We're crossing borders here. You got what, almost 12% of Moscow citizens have antibodies. I mean, Brazil is 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 in something New York would never dream of. So it is a really tough situation, but it's getting a little personal for you today.
yeah, it's getting a lot personal.
A lot of personal.
Yeah, I say a week ago, maybe a little bit week back, I got a call from my son, and he said, "Ma, Uncle Kevin has tested positive for COVID-19." I've dealt with that, and I had my own thoughts about it, and then you have your angers about it because then the pandemic becomes the enemy. It always was, but I'm talking about the kind of enemy that makes you want to see it so you can fight it, like literally fight it. But today, I found out that my mom has it.
Mm.
And so for me, guys, let me tell you something. This thing, why are we out? Why are we out? For what? I mean, I had a lot of thoughts, short of wanting to take my head and pound it against a wall, or wanting to snatch something out of myself, or wondering, did I miss something? Did I forget to say something? Did I not do something? Was I paying more attention to this fucking camera instead of my mom and my sisters and my brothers, trying to give them the knowledge that I've been seeking through Annika and doctors? Those crazy questions that you ask yourself. But at the end of the day, the thing about this stuff is that we are facing something really serious. And this stuff is at our doors, it's in our lives, it's in our
Mhm.
families, and it's taking lives. And the ones that are blessed to survive it, they still have issues that may come back later. And the thing about this is the only way right now that we can do something about it is to prevent it. They used to say an ounce, my mom used to say this, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But
That's right.
Dr. Greer told us some things we can't fix right now. So are we such a world that we so caught up in things, in being comfortable, not being uncomfortable. Did I not tell you comfort and convenience don't go hand in hand? Sometimes they can't. Okay, if it's said to shut down, if something's going on and someone tells you that you need to go home and quarantine, then damn it, that's what you do. Because you're carrying your life in someone else's, and someone else's, and someone else's, and someone else's. My mom lives with my sister who has 2 kids, 2 small children,
Mm-hmm.
and a husband. And then I have a son, and I have their children and their people, and they, everybody goes by want to go see grandma. So the understanding of it is when something is going wrong, sit and be still. Be still. Listen, I got out yesterday. I did. Going to Costco. And I noticed as I was in that line, the line was just spinning fast. You know what I mean? To get up to the front. No, I'm in that line. I went and I got so tired I got out. We normally send, our daughter who's a first responder, and she's able to go ahead and walk through. But when I got in there yesterday, what got me, Annika, was that normally when I get in there, it's 25 to 30 people. I could see, all down the aisles. It's so empty. When I reached for what I needed, I raise up, and there's like 30 people around me already.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look down each aisle, and I'm doing what I was doing when everything was okay. You're trying to push yourself through people. And I went into straight panic mode and tried to get the hell out of there. And
you felt
then
like your life was in your hands.
Why are we still out like this?
No mask.
Who said it was okay? Did you get the message?
Not from the CDC.
I thought Dr. What did the Dr. Fauci say? He said we really need to still what?
Stay home.
Well, did Dr. Greer say they had a cure? Did I miss something in the interview? Because I slide off sometimes. That's why I have you there.
No, we have no cure. We are hopeful that by the end of the year, by the way, it's still May. We're not even halfway through the year. There is nothing to cure COVID-19.
Guys, let me tell you something. I already suffered the part about living away from my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I chose that comfort and convenience, as I say. We grew up in a small town. I'm proud of it, in Arkansas, in Madison. And I already have a couple of people that reached out to me, and they've tested positive for COVID. That I know, that I care about, that I grew up around. We crack jokes. We family. But when you get a call like that, you don't even have any idea what that does to your soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then the part about it is because, I know my mom is a fighter. I know who she is. I know who she serves. But I mean, she wasn't out in the stores. She wasn't.
So she was home.
She's home. She's a humble lady. She's gone. It ain't calling falling order. She just gonna, you young people go take the chance, do what y'all gonna do. This is like when these people were in Chicago at the party. And I'm not saying this is the situation with my mom, but this is a statement that was made when all the young people were there at the party, and no mask and dancing and drinking and people falling out. And remember, somebody said, "Now they're gonna take this home to their mama and grandmothers who ain't doing nothing wrong." Now that was not the situation. I will honestly say that nobody was out partying doing any of that. You know what I'm trying to say. But the same way my brother got it, he has suffered from that. He's on dialysis. He is a dialysis patient, renal failure.
So your brother got diagnosed first, and then your mom.
Then my mom.
Madison, Arkansas has a population of less than 1,000 people.
I grew up there, sweetie. Now that's what it was when I was there. I don't know if we had 600, but we loved each other.
You had 769 in 2010.
Come on, tell me.
So
Talk
you had,
about it.
that's at the 2010 census, and that was down from your 2000 census where you had 987. So we're talking about less than 1,000 people overall. You know, let's include your unsheltered. Let's include them for a moment. So my question is, how did COVID-19 get to Madison, Arkansas?
Okay, well, I guess, and the funny part about this that I want people to know is I had uh, got an emotion that I was going home. I want to go home. I'm going home. I want to see my mom because I was worried about me and everything that was going on here in LA and New York. And I was like, "This safe there. It's safe there." So I went through this whole thing with my wife. She was like, well, "If you want to go, go. I will get the ticket. You go." I thought maybe she meant it when she said we. You know, she has family in Detroit. She's from Detroit, Michigan. So, but she said, "No, I'm not going to see my family and my brother. You know what I mean? I love him. You know, he has a few issues, but I'm not going to go. You go though." And when she said no, I'm like, "No, I want us to go together." She's like, "No, it's telling us to be still. I'm gonna be still." But I respect the fact that you love your mom and you want to go see her. I'm not going to hold you back. Now, here is what I'm telling you. I thought that this would have been safe. And even now, I was talking to my son and I said, "I want to go home. I need to go see grandma. I need to go see mom. Mom, you can't go. You at the top of the list. You've been battling heart failure, you know, a heart disease, and you got congestive heart failure. You got 9 or 10 years in already as a blessing. So you already can't. So not only has COVID stricken into my, just struck itself right into the heart of my family, and we have others who are yet to be tested from my sister and all of this.
So you have a sister, her husband, their kids, your mama, your brother, and then you had your own son visiting right about the time of the exposure or the COVID-19. So now his wife, his children, your grandchildren, and then they went and did what?
And saw the brother.
Your other brother.
Yeah, so my other son.
Your other son, your other son's wife, your other son's kids.
Well, see, my other son, luckily he's not married. It's the baby boy, so he's not married. But the point it's the point that is this a fucking freaking joke? I mean, seriously.
If it is, it's not funny.
Now, if it is, I'm not laughing. I'm crying. And I'm not on here for no I'm here because, guys, this shit ain't playing. Stay your ass at home. If they send you home and tell you something going on with your job, take your ass home. Don't go see somebody. They done told you something is going on. You understand what I'm saying? And then we got a fool in the office. We talking about tell him the population again of Madison, Arkansas.
769.
See what I'm trying? What I'm trying to tell you is, they got to go into other areas to get good health care, to get a proper doctor, proper job. So do you think he give a damn? And the funny thing about this shit is, I was on, an hour before I got this news, I was on Facebook going back and forth with a young man. And they were talking about what Joe Biden did. This has nothing to do with it. Well, it has everything to do with it because I can't blame 45. This is happening. Any more that he can't blame China. Because until you show me somebody in a lab that created COVID, right now I just see it as a disease, a pandemic that is running through our world and leaving graves. And we used to be better than this back in what year was that Ebola hit? Why are we backwards?
Ebola, SARS,
yes.
The Spanish flu. Which wave? The first, the second, or the third?
But why are we going backwards? Why are we going? Why? Because of who we have in office. He didn't have to do this, but he ain't trying to do nothing to stop it because he don't know how. But I'm on here with you guys because Joe Biden got on the phone, got on the interview, kicking it, forgot that he ain't really black because he thinking we saved him. Let's look at this Black America. We saved that man. He was already dead, 1 foot in the grave with this campaign. So if somebody saved my life, what I feel to him?
Gratitude.
If somebody right now come and give all these people that have COVID a real cure, I'm indebted to you. I'm talking about I'm the kind of indebted I'll get up out of a sick bed to come and help you. So he had a conversation and he say, well, in a roundabout way, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Right now, I got Donald Trump, who is 0.1% for black people or any person, really, because I don't know if he's 0.1% for his own children. But he's 100% for Donald. And I know that last year, I had my grandkids here. My mother was safe and we were having conversations on the phone. My brother was doing great. We were joking on the phone. And I could go to Disneyland. And I could breathe without a mask.
You could leave your home without a mask. You can shop without a fear.
And it's the last 4 years. And in the last 4 years, I've seen more brothers die from police brutality. I want to walk up to a police officer and say, what the fuck did we do to y'all? Did we miss something? But my point is, I got this other man on the side of me that's 90% black, maybe 85, but he's competent.
Look, neither one of these are perfect candidates. And, you know, that has always been the truth, frankly, with the top of the ticket. And so your question really has to be to yourself, which one is really going to move us forward and away from this pandemic, and which one has shown that they just can't handle it? The truth is, and I'll say it multiple times in multiple ways, is 45 is just not up to the job. He keeps getting in his own way, his ego, he's just not competent, frankly, to deal with something as complicated and challenging as the pandemic has been.
Not perfect candidates. And right now, if you got one, it's the time that we should be talking about it if you got one, because this is June. See, don't just talk about it. Be about it. Don't just talk. You talk all day long. And then, you know, again, I could tell you 100. Y'all don't believe me. As much as I say Joe Biden, I could tell you a gazillion things I see that they just sitting with. I'm not stupid. But let Trump do that. Because right now, I need 45 gone. I need competency. I need my mother well. I don't want anybody else to get a crazy call, to get a situation that even if it's okay, it ain't weighing on me well right now. It's not being selfish. I don't want anybody to feel this. I don't care what I think of you, and I don't have that animosity towards you.
That's right.
And this stuff here, we need somebody right away. We need answers. We need solutions. And the candidates is the last problem. What we need to be trying to figure out is how we can switch candidates and how quick we can switch it. Sit one's ass down, put the other ass in there, and then you guys go out there and work out creating another party. And give me something I can work with. Like Hillary Clinton told Black Lives Matter. She never shut them down. She said, give me a plan. Give me something. Help me help you. See, that's Black America for us. That's us. We want to talk. I was watching the funeral of Elijah Cummings. And see, those old men back in the day, they didn't just talk. They walked the walk. They had bloody feet. Tell me I'm lying. sore feet, bad backs, driving everybody around. That's how we got integrated. That's why I told you nickels and dimes changed the course of history. They were willing to sacrifice, even got their ass beat.
That's right.
Even got their houses shot into. We have yet to do something like that. But we want better. And as Mark said, anything worth living for better be worth dying for. So I'm not fearing over nobody. I'm not worrying about y'all. I got my own words. What I do is I'm caring about us as a people and as a world. And we need a leader that knows that all of us together, working together, China, all of us can find a cure.
I think that's the one thing we hope to get out of this is restore and repair some relations, because we can continue blaming each other. But the reality is, if let's assume for the moment that China was ground zero, don't you think they're probably a little further along in the solution than we might be? Because they woke up and were impacted sooner. So we shouldn't be fighting them, blaming them. We shouldn't be beating up on my Chinese neighbors or anything like that. We need to work together, because frankly, my husband said it best. He said there's a Brazilian 45, there's a Russian 45, there's a South American 45, there's a Mexican 45, there's a whole lot of 40, there's a Filipino 45. So it's a thought process, an entitlement and comfort with the haves versus the have-nots. And we as a community need to say, no, we're not comfortable with that. We need to work together to solve this problem. You know, they had on CNN or someplace I saw, your bed could turn automatically into your coffin. And I'm like, wow, that is certainly ingenious, but pretty darn depressing, right? Yeah. But that's not what I call moving it forward. Okay. Moving it forward means pulling ourselves together to see how we can get this job done that we see as a common enemy. And was I upset to hear that Joe Biden said something a little silly, a little stupid, a little too comfortable with himself?
I know you were.
Just call him a third Black president and keep it moving.
He was, but I knew you were. I knew you, and at that time I had, and my thought was I knew you was eating him up. I was like, Annika eating him up for this one, you know, and me and her gonna be clashing because she gonna be ready. You know what I mean? And
no, I mean, why? Okay, so we can eat him up. Okay, fine. So so now I'm gonna be a Trump voter now? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna, dump the Democratic Party in the middle of a presidential election? No, I might dump them after.
Yeah.
But, we've been talking about dumping the Democratic Party for a long time as a community. And there's benefits to the conversation. And there's times when they shut the conversation down. We've got an unannounced VP. It looks like it might be Amy. Some people still hoping for Kamala. I'm looking at who can help us win. I'm not sure which one will do that. And that's why, even though I have a preference for Kamala, I can live with Amy. I was hoping for Elizabeth.
I liked Amy, though. I told you that. I liked Amy a lot. I like Kamala, but I'm going to tell you, I keep telling you, Kamala, she's too talented. She needs to be the district. He needs to make her attorney general. I want her prosecuting 45.
I want real cabinet members. I mean, I was looking at the Secretary Pompeo and how, I just decided to do A, and you'll just have to trust me. We need to get some transparency back at all levels. We need to know, I'm a little uncomfortable with some of this going on with the COVID-19. Oh, this is my co-host as well. This is my little son, Leonicio. Suffers from autism, but is apparently not so shy today. I'm just telling you, it's just like we We got a judge here in LA that ordered the homeless moved off the freeways. Because, I mean, wherever you go in LA, you look up and if you bought here, you would be home by now. So, I mean, there's just a lot going on. I mean, Aunt Becky decided to go ahead and plead guilty, but judge was like, I'm not so sure I'm gonna take your plea just yet. I'm not cool with just 2 months. And maybe you need to wait till this COVID's over so you can actually serve instead of just being booked and released and let out the back door with the ankle bracelet.
Like the rest of your people, yeah. Like the rest. And then you give us Kwame, let his ass out just to even up Paul Manafort.
And I'm confused. I mean, it's, you know, we got a black man that literally went jogging and got the death penalty. We have a first responder that literally was laying in her bed in her house that was executed. You know, there is a lot going on that, you know, people who have been trying to get certain things done, you know, they're thrown into this next, you know, stimulus bill. Oh, we'll just give you 2 paychecks and we'll cancel the Equal Rights Amendment. Yay!
That's my thing. When I tell people, stay focused. If I tell you, Annika, stay focused. Stay focused means that when you guys are fighting against each other, or you're trying to tell me about the Democratic Party because you don't really believe in a party, but meanwhile we're fighting with each other, we've lost focus. And then on this side, the same person, the fool, is getting away with, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take health care. Matter of fact, I'm going to take, stop. He wanted to stop the way is the money that funded a cure for COVID-19. Meanwhile, in 2018, he cut the funding, remember?
That's right.
Pandemic and fired everybody. Why? Because we wasn't focused. We never stayed focused. We so busy at each other's throat. And then sometimes I want to say to you that aren't focused, that's too busy talking about us and each other. I'm an Uncle Tom, I'm a pickaninny, I'm a this. You guys that aren't focused are the problem. Are they secretly paying you? Because if we come together as a people, all of us, Asian, Black American, if we came together.
That's right.
And we got focused, they would be in trouble.
They would.
We want to try to reason with some of them.
Well,
and reason. Let me just explain this. Because someone asked me, you won't tell me what reason means. I was arguing with a friend one day for real. We were out on the porch, as you know, because I'm from the South. And we're going back and forth. And the young lady wasn't getting it. And my mom understood what was going on. She knew the child. She came and told me, she said, Dionne, come here. Let her go home. Come. Seriously. I go in the house. I'm in my attitude because my friend going home. We had a little slight argument. We get ready to eat, da-da-da. And my mama said, baby, you can't reason with a fool. So when you see that you're in a conversation, see, we are not fools.
No.
We set up to act like this. And Black people, you've been set up to be against each other since slavery. If the child was born by the slave master, she was half white. They put him in the house. So the Black one was mad at the yellow one because she was inside. And as I tell people, we grew up after that with sharecropping, with everything, looking at the white American dream, wanting that to be our dream. Meanwhile, is your daughter going to have a quinceañera when she turns 16?
15, yes.
Yes. Point is, Asian, every other race stay true to their heritage.
That's right.
And that's why real Africans from Africa don't like us. They consider us white American. You know what I mean? That's why the name became African American. Because you don't have your African heritage in you. You kill each other. You understand what I'm saying? You do this, but you openly do this stuff. You talk about each other. You put each other down. You have jealousy against each other. It's in all other things, but Asian, I could it's on the job. I've watched white people hate that person, but before they fire her, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
That's right.
Yet when with us, we help them fire us. So my thing about this is, I was hoping with this disease, with this pandemic, that we as a people, when we got sheltered into our homes, and we got it within ourselves and in our souls and in our spirits and in our minds, that we would grow, that we would search ourselves and find the greater part of us. And that we would come to understanding with the hustle and the bustle that kept us blinded, and that striving for that extra dollar to pay that car note, that we could have just picked out any car, but we had to have the Cadillac, or we had to have the Benz and the, you know what I'm saying, the BMW. So we overblow it. We're working from paycheck to paycheck because we live in a grand life. I thought maybe when we saw that life was leaving people, that we would understand all of these things are materialistic and none of this will ever go with us. I hoped that we would also see the greater good in each one of ourselves by looking within ourselves and seeing the best in us, which opens a light in our eyes and makes us see the best or the good in someone else. As the gospel song said, he saw the best in me when everyone else around could only see the worst. What he's saying is people are going to judge you. That's why I told one of the people, keep talking about him, I'm thick-skinned. Because the world going to talk, when the world talk about you, whatever, you understand what I'm saying? It's going to be what's inside you and whatever power you serve, whatever you serve. But as he said, he saw the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst. So I thought maybe we would find that best within ourselves and let that light really shine and pull together and try to make something good happen. Instead, we marching and protesting because we locked up. Slaves were slaves for 100 years with lashes and beatings. They went in their house with big screen TVs, Apple computers. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Bars, champagne, whatever they wanted. The ones that were blessed to have these things, and the ones that still just had a mediocre meal and a roof over their head. We still complained. I need my nails done. Now the man done told you that they trace some of it, a lot of it here in California, to the nail salon.
Northern California nail salon.
And you still have to tell people, I gotta go get my nails done. I can't do this. I can't survive. I cut my own hair. This is what sacrifice. No greater thing than life. There's no greater thing than life. There's no greater thing than life. What is the other stuff? How important is it? How important is it if you don't have the life? What can your car do for you? What can your house do for you? What can your reputation do for you other than somebody say he was a hustler, he worked hard for the money, or he was this? You know what I'm saying? This is knowledge. I always tell people knowledge is power. Love is everything. And we learn to love each other. Truly love each other, but first you gotta love yourself. That's how you know to love. Because when you love yourself, you know when somebody got your best interest at heart.
That's right.
And you understand when they mean good for you. You understand they mean you well. You understand what they mean in your life. And the center of everything in this universe, the reason I know that love is the leading way to live is because when children are born, if we leave them alone, they're gonna grow to be close and see nothing but each other.
Right.
That other stuff is taught. So if you're born to feel it, you understand what I'm saying? Then that's a natural feeling that is in us. That means we were born to love, to grow to love and care. The other things come with what life throw at us. You know, the greed, the jealousy. All of these things are the imperfect things that come in life. And then the hate. Yeah, that's right. But for me right now, sitting here in myself, I can't really breathe. You know, every breath is a different breath for me right now at this moment. I know my mama. I know you. I know you're a fighter. I know you raised all of us. You weren't built this way. You weren't built to give up. You weren't built that way. You weren't built to give up on what God has done for you and how far he's brought you. But you didn't ask for this. And I think everybody that has lost somebody or somebody that has survived it, you know what I mean, feels like they didn't ask for it.
Somebody she loved that she opened the door to out of love and compassion, brought this into your home, her home, impacted your brother, now your mother, and everybody you care about. So you're angry.
I'm angry because it ain't about the person, someone coming, because I love that person too. The thing I'm angry about is that we are not listening, no matter what we seeing. See, I get it. If somebody tell you, man, down that house on the third house on the corner, they giving away $1 million. Anybody walk up to the door, but nobody saw it happen. Nobody got any money. You ain't seen it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you tell me, man, on that third house on the corner, that man got a mental problem. Police come get him because he's shooting at everybody walk by. And then I see the police always over there saying, don't go, and coming by warning people, ma'am, keep your kids in the house till we can, what they say, commandeer the suspect. Point is, if you're telling me there's danger, and I can clearly see there's some danger, like right now, I'm scared to go jogging with my hoodie on. And I damn sure would be scared to go jogging with my, oh no, because so many people quick to say, man, what's up? What's up with you? When I got put over from the police, they thought I was a guy. You think I didn't flip that voice real quick? Hey. But the point is, just keeping it 100. Where are we in this world today? My God, where are we? My God, what are we facing? Do y'all see this? And don't worry about me because I'm no different from Ahmaud Arbery's mother as far as just it's a crisis. My mother's still here breathing right now, and I see that further. I claim that. I claim that for my brother. I claim that for everyone that's going through it. I claim life over death. But I feel the same and still worried with as Ahmaud Arbery, but what she went through. That's a sorority I don't ever want to be a part of. And unfortunately for me, I got 3 black sons. So in every way, we catching it. African Americans are the main one catching it, okay? Let's get in COVID-19. African Americans are the main one getting shot down, especially the black men and then the women. Now they're shooting, killing the women. Okay, now African Americans don't have any good insurance. Now the South has been hit, and it hit in the South, deeply in the poorest poverty-stricken areas, the African Americans. God damn it! And if you want to fix this, then guys, let's fix it. But we got to put on our boots, strap up, act like we're in the army, and let's go to work. Let's do what the Black Panthers would do. They did. Let's do what Martin did. Let's do what Malcolm did. Let's do what Elijah Cummings did till the day he died. Don't get on no damn page with me trying to tell me what ain't changing and what ain't happening. I'm down for the cause. Here I am. Come get me. Let's go. You got to come get me. Tell me where to be. COVID bound. If I got to get out of here, if they tell me I can't cast a vote unless I go out and cast it, then I'm going to mass up like I went in Costco's. And it didn't have COVID. You didn't have to come at me. I was already coming for you. Let's get that understood. You didn't have to come at me. I was coming for you, and I'm still coming. Because it goes past my mom and my brothers and all of this. It goes out there to this world. And if all of us are gone, ain't nothing here. Who gonna tell the story? And when they tell it, what story they gonna tell, Cherie? It's gonna be a sad-ass love song. We understand.
Oh, they'll clean it up. They're very good at that. They're very good at cleaning it up.
Cleaning up shit.
Yeah, making it seem like. So we have to provoke the story. We have to provoke the conversation. We have to stay in the moment. We have to remind people that while things are getting better, it's not getting better for us. And that means we still need to stay home. We still need to wash our hands. We still need to wear our masks. And we still need to be vigilant and watching each other for any signs of COVID-19. Okay? Anything that doesn't look like it should be in your house. That means you need to react, especially with our children, because our children have this mysterious, she's a beautiful little 15-year-old Black girl from Baltimore. I think, was it 48 hours?
Mm-hmm.
48 hours. She went from being out here and doing fine to in the grave. And her mom has no idea how she took her daughter to the hospital. And she ended up having to prepare her funeral. Beautiful young lady. She had COVID-19 antibodies, which means she had been exposed to COVID-19. And she had this huge, what they call an inflammatory response that basically shut down her own body, attacked itself and shut itself down. And then the next story that they were publicizing was about a beautiful little white girl in Louisiana. Same thing happened, but she's seen riding a bike. Okay. So the disease is infecting us and attacking us easier because we're exposing ourselves. Some people are out there working without wearing their masks or taking shortcuts, not washing their hands, taking chances that they don't need to be taken. Okay. And our bodies are built different. We're still human beings, but our bodies are built different. And they still don't know what this multi-inflammatory syndrome, what's causing it. The only thing they have been able to show is almost every children who has been impacted has also been exposed to COVID-19 antibodies. Okay? So when you go to work to provide, you coming home, take your shoes out before you get in the house. No need to drag all that dirt into the house. Be careful. Take your shower. Teach your children that they can't come and hug you right away. You need to take your clothes off and be safe about them. Wash them if you can. Take those extra steps because this is ultimately going to be a story about the have and the have-nots. Mm-hmm. And people have always been a disproportionately significant statistical part of the have-not, okay? And we need to make sure that we are doing everything to preserve our life and our future. We have to take better care of ourselves.
And she said something, guys. She said something. When I go out, if I go out, because I try not to go out, and I do go, but I try not to go a lot. But when I do, I take my clothes off. Now, if you want to say we spend a lot of money, it's more on washing powder and things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we wash daily. I take off everything, socks, everything. I spray Lysol on my house shoes if I step outside. Understand what I mean? But the shoes I wear outside go straight to the laundry. And for me, that's why I said I hope we find a greater in ourselves. I was that one that took all my clothes to the cleaners, took my shoes, keep them in a neat box, a nice way, protective, all of this. Anybody that knows me, it's the point is that was me. Now I don't give a damn about those shoes. If I wear them, they're going to have to get washed. If they get damaged, I'll be walking them for exercise or something. I don't care. But I've been outside and I come in and I'm washing my hands and then I have alcohol and I'm putting it out. In my car, I carry wipes. I carry it. The thing about this is you have to be on point. This ain't a lazy pandemic. You got to be on point with it. Like you said, you got to be on point. You got to be ready in every area, in every aspect. And here's where she's right. Everything is important. If you know you're going to be out, when you come in, everything that you had when you were out needs to be released and clean. And don't get by anyone until you do it. And do you know something else I do before I walk in? I spray myself down with Lysol because I know, and I take my shoes off and I go up in my socks. Because, see, I don't want it to get to anyone so I can get in that laundry room and get it off of me. Now, these are just ideas. It's not saying that, all these steps, but it's just saying we got to be cautious about everything. What Sheree was saying, and I want to make sure that's understood. How my mom and my brother got it is not going to keep haunting me. That's the part I want understood, but she wants to be understood of something. When you're told something and you see that is real, because everyone now has been knowing and aware about COVID-19 and the death rates. And you guys that are in the South, like deep South, don't think this is just a California, New York thing, because people travel everywhere. Mm-hmm. Everything, and people fly and take trips. They're on the plane with somebody that may be in the other area. The point is, if they telling us it's only a matter of time, you should have known that. I had a friend on the show, Denise Harris. Denise Harris. Denise asked me a question. She said, "Well, that's because COVID has not hit there yet." Then you said it, Monica, on one show. You said it hasn't hit the southern states yet.
And
Well,
sure enough,
sure I know. But now for me, when that thought happened, my thought still was in my own fantasy world that, it's okay. We'll be probably have it solved before it even gets there. And then my thought was running. When it came here, run home, run to mom, run to somewhere safe.
mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Ain't no safety unless you make it safe again. Like the doctor told us, Dr. Greer on the show, we all got to pull together, work together to do this. And we first do it by listening to instruction. Stay your ass at home. And if they send y'all home and you're told to quarantine yourself. Sheree was talking about a hairdresser. Was that you telling me about the hairdresser that infected 90-some people?
She exposed 91 people. And I'm like, that's one hardworking hairdresser. But she was working overtime and giving her own tip to her customers. And she obviously didn't mean to do that. She's trying to make a living and she's trying to do it the honest way. And we are thankful for that. Reality is that if you have symptoms, you can't do things that expose to people. Okay. And you all now know what the symptoms are: the coughing, the everything from, diarrhea and vomiting to the fever. Okay. This is not a time to drop your kid off for daycare and hope that he doesn't have a fever after you just dosed him with some Advil. Okay. This is a time where we are going to have to talk honestly about what we can do. And it's not what we necessarily want to do. We cannot move forward if we all don't do our part. And just one person making a decision not take off work that day or reschedule her clients has now exposed 91 people. Now, what happens when they figure it out? We've talked about my nurse here in Los Angeles and other healthcare providers whose lives have been put on the line and taken by their patients, claiming, oh no, I don't have a fever. Oh no, I haven't been traveling. Oh no. We have to think about the greater good. There's a reason we're asking these questions. And until we learn to cooperate with each other, this COVID-19 is going to continue to ravage our community. So I am leaving tonight for a 6:30 meeting soon. But I did want to tell you, I am very sorry. My thoughts and prayers are with you and your family as you struggle. And you let us know how we can support you, because we do love you, Miss Dionne, Miss D. And we wanted you to know that we care for you. And we are praying for both your mother and your sister and your brother, Kevin, and everybody that is touched. And we pray that the results of your sons and their family members will be negative as well.
You be blessed, my sister. Be blessed. I'll see you next show. I'll see you next show.
Got you.
Got you.
Always got you.
I know it. I said whatever side. That's the side I want you on. And the side I want to be on. Guys, there's not much more to say, but stay home. Stay safe. Young lady, I always use for this show, send me a link, because she did a beautiful song that she's got out and it's doing well. And I don't know why I kept listening to the song when it released. And I was like, wow, this song is beautiful. It's amazing. I see so much. And I was telling her, do a video where you need to do this. And for me right now, all I can hear is that song in my head. And the artist is Just Live. Live, just live. She's an around the way girl, a Cali girl, a Leimert Park girl. She's on the Game, some of his singles, some of his songs on his album. She's released her own album, Just Live, and she released a single on her birthday. And the song is Can I Live? And I think this fits because God, all we want to do is just live, but we want to live good. We want to live healthy. We want to live just right. We want to live. So, Mike, can we play that song?
Spin around like a cartwheel. No, this ain't right. No, there's gotta be more than the rat race. Gotta be more. Who said we were lost in the first place? What makes them sure? Never been here before, so I'll never be the girl that I was. See, I'll never use the past as a crutch. Seems like right now might really be all that I got. Currency right now is my dreams, my love, my art. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Just live with me. All I wanna do is, I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is live, yeah. Fear, self-doubt, and self-deprecate, with a heart on my sleeve and a dream to chase. In a world, in a wood, in another time. Deep breath, fresh air, and a crystal sky. And a faithful guy on an open mic, or with the spotlight on and the bass up bright. Is it too much to ask for?